Starting us off is live from the Olympic Games in Paris, Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia of California. He's a member of the House Oversight and Homeland Security Committees. He's also a show favorite. Congressman, thank you for taking the time to join us from Paris. I want to play a little bit of sound from that new border campaign from Kamala Harris, and I mentioned that a moment ago. Take a very quick listen, please.
As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
You know, Congressman, the Republicans have been working overtime trying to make this border czar label stick with the vice president, despite the fact that that's a lie. Kamala Harris never had a role called border czar. Even more so, she was never tasked with fixing issues at the U.S.-Mexico border. In your opinion, does this ad do enough to tackle the tough issue of immigration for voters?
Well, I mean, look, I think it's a great ad, and I think that it tells the truth. We all know that Vice President Harris has been instrumental in actually working with the president to put forward an actual strong border plan. We know that's the case. Donald Trump, of course, put that aside and rejected it. He has no interest in actually doing anything to secure the border, whereas we know that Kamala Harris has been working on that very issue. But it's not just going to be about advertising in the ad. It's also going to be about ensuring that she goes out to every single state and talks the message. You saw what she just did in Arizona, what she's going to do in Nevada. She understands the issues, particularly here out west. She understands that border security is important, but also a strong pathway around immigration, around guest worker programs. She's been talking about those things. So the strategy for the campaign is absolutely going to be to have strong messaging, strong ads, but also to have Kamala Harris herself speak to her experience in trying to get a border security passage done. And by the way, she has said that that will be a priority for her once she's elected president. So she knows what she's doing, and Donald Trump, as we know, has turned his back completely on anything to do with the border.
And Congressman, the vice president seeing things tightening up in some key battleground states. We've got a brand new poll out this morning by the New York Times and Siena College showing among likely voters, Harris is leading 50% to 46% in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Now, viewers of the show know I am not a big fan of polls, but when I see a distinct and consistent trend, Congressman, I will call it out. I want to get your thoughts on this huge widening, I think, margin, although we're still within the margin of error, but still this big widening margin between what the numbers were previously when it was a Joe Biden-Donald Trump matchup.
I mean, look, I love what's happening out of the recent polling, and there's two things that are really important. I mean, one, in poll after poll, including what came out today from the New York Times, you're seeing her margin get better and increase and actually create some space, especially in the swing states. That's crystal clear. Every single poll is coming out showing a positive improvement for the vice president and for Democrats. The second part about this, which I think is also really important, is we know that there is one person in the country that is the most obsessed with polling, and his name is Donald Trump. And so you know that he is going absolutely bonkers. This is driving him absolutely crazy that she is actually now beating him in some of these swing states. There's a lot of reports about how he's taking the news not well. And I think what it shows most importantly is that Kamala Harris is resonating with the American public, especially in the swing states. Tim Walz is resonating with the American public. What a fantastic vice presidential pick. And so I think you're going to continue to see a strengthening of the Harris-Walz tickets in polling as we move forward. But do not be complacent. I tell folks all the time, polling is a snapshot in time. We've got to fight every single day because, like she says, when we fight, we win.
Congressman, the oldest Latino civil rights group, the League of United Latin American Citizens, endorsing the Harris-Walz campaign. Let's be clear, this is the first ever endorsement in its 95-year history of the organization. This group is made up of more than just Democrats. Your thoughts on the fact that they are willing to come forward and very publicly support Kamala Harris and this ticket?
I think it's a historic moment. I think the Latino community is uniting, solidifying their support for this ticket. The vice president has an incredible record standing with our community. I've seen that record as Attorney General, as U.S. Senator from California and as Vice President, she has always stood up for Latino issues, understands the immigration and border, and she understands that it's complex, and really is someone that's always reached out to our community. So it's good to see. I also think it is a recognition by the community that the single most dangerous person to Latino voters is Donald Trump. There has never been anyone that has been more hostile to our community, that's called us horrific names, that says we're poisoning the blood of this country. That has been Donald Trump's message. And so I think the Latino community, you're going to see continue to get more and more excited about the ticket. And I think what LULAC has done is fantastic. And I think you're going to see that from a lot of organizations from the Latino community across the country.
Before we have to let you go, actually, I'm sure you do want to go. I have to mention, obviously, you are in Paris right now as a part of the president's delegation. Share with our viewers how it's been to be able to be a part of such a historic moment as well for the United States over there at the Olympics.
It's an honor to be here to represent President Biden and, of course, our country, the United States. Our second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, is leading our delegation here. So just to be able to spend time with him, with our Olympic athletes that are here, meeting our athletes that are here, working so hard to win us medals back home, being able to get to know them, the coaches, but also to learn. The Olympics are coming back to the United States, to Los Angeles in 2028, to communities that I represent back home. And so learning, ensuring that we have a safe games for us, for our next games when they come to the U.S., but also being able to really meet our athletes and encourage them how important it is that the work that they're doing is across the country, but also the world. And of course, it's always an honor to represent the president. So I'm happy to be here.
Well, on my behalf and on behalf of all Americans, please share how proud we are from the hard work that we've seen and the successes for the United States Olympic teams. Congressman Robert Garcia, thanks for joining us from Paris, and it's good to see you.